again.
Then we both fall down.
I'm like telling people only on the right leg though. The left leg is very stiff.
We do this one in honor of Vince Hall. Vince Hall was scheduled to come here, but his mother was not feeling well. I think he's in the orchard. So we do this in honor of him. This is called Good Morning Sunshine, right? So put your feet in front of it, and then put both hands together like this. Go down this way. And rise up. One more exercise with us, and then tell us about Go Track, right? Go ahead. Oh, you want to tell us about Go Track?
Okay. Let me start off with the greeting. Who's in the house? Who's in the house? Girl Trek's in the house. You know it. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Girl Trek is a national organization that started 10 years ago. And it started with two college friends out of Washington, D.C., who was concerned about the health inequities, specifically among African-American women, the high rates of diabetes, cancer, high blood pressure. So they wanted to be proactive for themselves. So they started with the two friends walking, and they said, let's start off with the walking. Then they added about 20 more friends. They were telling family and colleagues. And it went from 20 to 200. And they thought, wait a minute, we have a movement here. So they established themselves as a nonprofit and established chapters throughout the United States. You take a pledge, it's free, and your pledge is that you will walk 5 days a week for 30 minutes. And that's what the doctors recommend anyway. Our icon is Harriet Tubman because she was responsible and involved in walking to free enslaved people. Now we have over 1 million women across the United States walking for health and wellness. So we're from the East Contra Costa County area. We're known as the Brentwood Beauties. And we cover Bay Point, Pittsburgh, Antioch, Brentwood, Oakley. Oh, the lakes. Discovery Bay and Pittsburgh, yes. We have a group page, and we have retirees, thank you very much, and the working folks. So we have group pages where they post their walks. And every Saturday is Superhero Saturday throughout the United States. So you have groups walking. So we have a group probably on Marsh Creek or Contra Loma. We have connected with Mona in such a wonderful way. So we make sure that we include our regional parks. And we've hit a lot of regional parks in the Contra Costa County area. So
All the time I lived in Pittsburgh, I didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we can put your both hands
Get it.
down. Stretch your shoulder blades. Can we do it 3 times?
Pulling out of my arm. I'm going to take it down to Kaiser and I'll check them. See if I'm going to get lungs disease.
Your hands in the back protecting your kidneys, yeah?
Now I'm going to put him in here and clap it in.
If I've got something in my first.
Oh, that's okay. I got it. I can put it in here, see, and then just stick a paper clip on it and it'll be crunched.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you. So welcome everybody. So Virgin and Charlotte, yes, thank you so much. So I'm on the call from Tuesday. And then we have our volunteers, so our trail safety patrol. So Jim and Ned, right? Yeah, what a busy. So these are volunteers and they are often out on the trail. So to help people, so they do water or they do first aid. So hopefully when you are in that, hopefully they're not in that predicament, but if you are, look for them in their green shirt, right? So we give a big clap. So today on the way to the walk, we will stop at midpoint, and then people who want to come back to the effect, you're welcome to come back. Otherwise, you can continue and go along the Bayshore trail. The first trail will be along the Cape Trail, among these beautiful meadows and trees. Yeah. So you're welcome to turn back or to continue the whole route.
Is there a restroom along the way? Are there restrooms along the way?
There's some restrooms here, and then there's also one restroom at a fort down there below, and then I think there's one
here.
Yeah, at the pier there's some restrooms.
So we will stop at this. So then we'll come back here. Come back here. We're gonna have something to have us. We're gonna have Zumba here. So a musician will come and do some more music, and we'll sing Korean songs and
How many miles is it? I don't walk much, that's why I'm just kind of like, okay, I'm gonna.
Yeah, wherever.
I'm right in the back.
And there's always a VTSP, a volunteer trail safety patrol. That's what VTSP stands for. One volunteer will always be in the back.
Thank you.
So just no worries. There's always someone in the back with you to walk you back. Yeah?
They're not gonna have the golf cart.
And we have the copter. Yeah, and then we have our board director here, Colin Coffey. He's from this region here. So we are very honored to have him here, and we are thankful for our 7 board of directors that are elected board of directors. They oversee 73 townships. And yes, we want to give acknowledgement to the
Magandang umaga.
Magandang
Umaga.
umaga. Magandang umaga. Okay. Chinese?
Taiwanese 搞炸
Okay, gaoza.
搞炸
안녕하세요. 안녕하세요. You should know that one. Any other?
Swahili, abarigani.
We're gonna
Wonderful. Abarigani. Anybody else? Want to throw in anything? Buenos dias, you know, right? Malay, selamat pagi. Selamat pagi. Then namaste. Thank you. Namaste. All right, so wonderful. And John, thank you for coming too. Yeah, shout out to everybody. So let's go, right? Okay, let's have Melissa.
Do you want to take a photo?
And then we'll take a photo.
Okay, we'll do an introduction first. Okay, good morning everyone. My name is good morning. My name is Melissa Folks. I'm a naturalist with the East Bay Regional Park District. I use she, her pronouns. I'm based out of the Tilden Nature area, but I'm an outreach naturalist, so I am primarily in Richmond parks. So you'll find me in Miller Knox, you'll find me here at Point Pinole, you'll find me just all along the shoreline, Wildcat, Alvarado Park, and I also run one of our adventure crew programs for middle school youth, and they are the Richmond Rangers. I meet with them twice a month on a Saturday. We go on hikes to different parks, and then we do 3 overnight camping trips a year, which culminate into a 3-day backpacking trip in Point Reyes. So that's a little bit about me. And I have to say, Girl Trek, I see you all the time. You're always on the programs that I'm doing. Like y'all are always out there. Some folks were representing last month at the Thurgood Marshall Walk at our new park up in the Concord Hills, and so they were representing over there. So it's nice to see y'all again. I know that some of you have been out in the Delta too. I used to be over at Oakley, so familiar faces. Nice to see you again. We're here today at Point Pinole Regional Shoreline, and it's really calm and peaceful right now. And it seems like some of you, this is your first time here.
Yeah.
This location used to actually be a manufacturing base for explosives. Yeah, in the 1900s, 1930s-ish. Yeah.
65.
So dynamite was manufactured here. And so all of these eucalyptus trees that you see, especially right here is a really good example. All those trees are lined up in rows. In nature, trees aren't typically lined up in rows like that. That'd be a really great, nature design, but that's typically not the case. So all these trees were planted. Eucalyptus actually comes from Australia. It's not a native plant to here, but they were all planted here to help shelter the sound of the explosion from the neighboring communities. Okay. Yeah, right? It is interesting. So it used to be the explosives moved over here from San Francisco. It used to be based in San Francisco, but there were too many explosions that happened, and folks were like, no, not here. So this was an open parcel of land, and so they moved here for a time, and it actually became a pretty big operation. They had their own school here. They had a hospital here. Folks lived here. It was called Giants Village. And so you might see, if you walked in, 2 palm trees behind you, and where those 2 palm trees were, that was the entrance location for the Giants company, their office, essentially. So that was the entrance site. So as we walk along, we're going to see some of those relics of that very explosive and dynamic time, right? We still have a very old powder press. We may be able to get to it, we may not, but it's on the other side of the park, and you'll see lots of infrastructure from those times. So that's one past history that this space has had. As Mona mentioned, this land is land of the Huchuin Ohlone speaking folk. So they were here first, and they utilized the bounty of the shorelines. So we're thinking they were fisher folk, they collected shells, and they lived along the bluffs here. Okay? So another iteration of time, and they're still here and thriving today. And then most recently, this space has turned into open parkland, right? Folks really wanted to preserve this open space. As we walk, you'll see that there's industry developed all around you. Like if you drove in today, you saw all of like the Amazon buildings and all the industry, right? And so this land, this area too, could have been that as well. Like there were plans to have more infrastructure be built here. But it was decided by lots of local residents and a lot of residents from Parchester Village, actually, who came together and were like, no, we want to preserve this space as open space. Parchester Village is a historically Black neighborhood, so a lot of Black leaders got together, a lot of reverends got together, and kind of worked to ensure that this land would be preserved for future generations. And someone that came from that community who then ended up serving on our board of directors was Whitney Dotson. Some of you might know that, you might be familiar with him, and he kind of helped very quietly, but was very much a part of the game in ensuring that this space stayed preserved as open space land that we all get to enjoy today. So I hope that as we go on this walk today, you see the value in this open space. I know a lot of folks that come here, whenever I interface with them, they're like, I grew up here, I love this park, and I hope that when you leave today, especially those of you that are new to this park, leave with a sense of like, I love this park too, and this space definitely deserves to be a space that is preserved. Okay? Sound good?
Good.
All right, we'll get walking after we take a group photo. Who's taking the photo? Mono skedaddled away. Who has the camera?
Where's Mona?
I have
Mona, who has the camera? It's picture time.
Mr. Kim. Mr. Kim had the camera. Yeah, Mr. Kim, she had it. Yeah.
Jim, come over here. Hey, Pet.
Mr. Kim should be Mr. Kim. Yeah. He's coming. I videoed. I videoed the whole thing.
What do you want today?
Not everybody's here yet. Not everybody's here yet. Not everybody's here yet. We've got more people over there.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
let's get them over.
Mr. Kim will take it.
I'll make sure you're into it. Can you see closer?
Well, I'll take it. Oh, okay. Picture, I'll go back.
Yeah, very nice, very nice.
Kristen, can you take a picture for Mr. Kim?
Yeah.
One. Can you say the screaming?
And then we need you take a picture of the four of us.
I guess let's wait for the crowd to pass.
Oh yeah, not Cam.
Everybody follow my lead.
Are you more than me? Okay, what's your name? That's right.
Looking good.
Alright.
Yeah. 3. Yeah. Can you have kimchi? 1, 2, 3. Kimchi.
Okay.
Okay, let's go.
啊，一样的像吗？
回来还要回来啊。